What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Matt Johnson, mattjohnsonsales.com, located at John North Ford here in Emporia, Kansas. Shooting episode number 4 today of Car Confessions. As you can see, I've got a 2013 Ford F-150 crew cab, 4-wheel drive XLT with the topper on it. Going to be sitting in that, shooting this today, as well as cover 7 topics that I've run into over the last couple weeks, and want to make sure that I share those with everybody watching this, and you share it with everybody you know, to kind of help give you a little bit more information during the car buying process. So let's go take a look inside. All right, as you guys see, like I mentioned, this is a crew cab, has gray cloth interior, has just over 44,000 miles on it, has the center console with trailer brake control, four-wheel drive. Has the backup camera, but it's in the mirror instead of in the screen. That way it helps you force you to use your mirror. So that's a little bit about what the vehicle is. The main reason I wanted to jump on here is this one's going to be a little bit shorter than some of the other ones. Over the last 2 weeks, I have had a few customers that have run into this situation, and nobody sat them down and told them, you know, what the process looks like, or what happens, or kind of what they're getting into. And the first thing I wanted to share with everybody is of these seven reasons people buy from salespeople they know, like, and trust. And I'm hoping by doing this and being as transparent with everybody as possible, that will help some of you that are watching this and that have had people share this with you. Trust me a little bit more. Reach out to me with questions. So number one, people buy from who they know, like, and trust, because they're familiar with that person. They know that person. They have a history with that person, either purchasing from them before or maybe growing up with them. Second one is when you purchase, have an idea of what you're getting into. And what I mean by that is, are you looking for a car, a truck, an SUV? And know if you're looking to purchase new or used. And there's benefits to both. I will cover those in more detail in another episode, but this one I just want to concentrate on these reasons right here. And also, moving on to number 3, knowing what you're getting into, is know how often you want to trade, or you expect to trading. For example, one of the reasons I wrote this was I had a customer that likes to trade vehicles every 2 years, maybe 3 years. Drives a lot, so a lease isn't a good option for him because he drives over 20,000 miles a year. But by buying a vehicle every 2 years and just making the minimum payment and not paying any more, you're carrying that balance over each time that you trade. So, for example, if you owe $30,000 on a car because you've carried over multiple times over the years, but your car is only worth $15,000, you are hugely upside down in that vehicle. And a lot of it is because nobody's either told you, you just weren't aware of it, or you don't know how the process works. And that's why I'm doing this, so that people will know what to expect and how this all works. So along with that, moving on to number 4, is if you haven't paid that vehicle off that you're driving and wanting to trade in, know that there's a possibility that what the trade-in value on that vehicle is and what you owe may not be able to pay off that that balance. So you may have a balance that you're carrying over onto the next vehicle. Now, we try to do as absolutely best as possible to help alleviate some of that, but in all situations, we can't help everybody, but we try and try to do that as transparent as possible and educate you in the process. So if you have a balance that you're carrying over because you're a little upside down in your vehicle, or that vehicle's trade-in value, resale value isn't as high as some others, you're going to carry that balance over to the new vehicle that you're looking at, whether it's a car, truck, SUV, new or used. Keep that in mind. New or used, there's still balance carrying over if it's not fully paid off. Number 5, this will increase your monthly payment. Please be aware of that so that you are not shocked if this happens to you. I had another customer earlier this week that was upside down in their trade because another salesperson at another dealership said that they could help this guy out, get him credit, and help build his credit. Well, the dealership that he bought it from isn't credit reporting. The salesperson didn't inform this person that's the case, and so he's been paying on a vehicle, and he was paying on a vehicle that isn't credit reporting, and looking at trying to trade but needed to stay within a certain balance. Well, carrying over that balance, he was not aware was going to increase his payment. Also, what will increase people's payments as well without putting any money down will be sales tax. So a lot of people will lump their sales tax into the total loan, and they will that will be included in your monthly payment. Now, I have some people that like to put enough money down to cover that sales tax to keep that payment lower. Some people like to just wrap it all up into one and make one payment. Either way is fine. It is 100% personal preference. I just want to educate you and let you guys know. Number 6. Please, as much as possible, look at buying from one person, at one dealership, because the gentleman I mentioned earlier that was upside down in his vehicle, it trades every 2 years, went to a different dealership every 2 years looking at a different car. Well, all that salesperson heard when he came on the lot and spoke to him was, "I'm buying a new car today. That's why I'm here. Today, new car, it's going to happen." That's all that salesperson heard. So he wants the sale, and this happened at larger dealerships, so they don't have to worry a lot of times about seeing that person again. So they weren't doing him any favors. I sat down with him and told him 100% honest, 100% transparent. You know, they saw you coming, they got you, they took advantage of your situation. Now you're going to own this car for the foreseeable future until it's paid off. By making the minimum payments, it's going to take longer to pay off. So you need to do what you can to make higher payments and bring that interest and that principal payments down. So that's a little bit on that. That's why I would recommend buying from one salesperson, one dealership. You build that trust, you build that relationship over the years, whether it's every 2 years that the buyer's looking to trade, or every 6 or 7 years. Personal preference, we have a number either way. Number 7, last one, is test drive. Test drive the vehicle. You need to know how it handles, how it parks, how it shifts. Just taking it around the block is not a test drive. Minimum test drive you need to take is a minimum of 15 to 20 minutes, preferably 20 minutes plus. You need to know how it's going to do in traffic, how it's going to do on the highway, how it's going to accelerate, brake and slow down in town. If it's a windy day, how that's going to feel compared to a calm day. Obviously, with trucks and larger SUVs, have a larger profile, so that wind is going to be a little bit more of a factor for somebody who's not used to driving that is coming from, a small or compact car. So absolutely test drive, and I hope this helps everybody. Seven topics to help you guys with your car buying process. By all means, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. 620-794-1032. Again, 620-794-1032. Email me, matt@mattjohnsonsales.com, or stop by John North Ford here in Emporia, Kansas, out on Highway 50. Ask for Matt Johnson, and I will be more than happy to help you with any way I can, help answer any questions I can, and make your car buying experience so much better than any other place, better than you've had before, better than expected. So come see me, Matt Johnson, mattjohnsonsales.com, located John North Ford, and allow me to show you a better way to buy. Thanks, y'all. See you next week.